It's Giants Bucs on Monday Night Football. We break down the game, give you our best bet, and it all starts right now. Hey guys, it's Matt from GrandstandBettors.com. Week 11 ends with a matchup between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before we get into our breakdown, just a reminder, if you're new to Grandstand Bettors, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our NFL picks and predictions all season long. While you're at it, smash that like button if you enjoyed another weekend of football and some chaos in college football. Will this finally be the week Cincinnati is ranked in the top 4? We will find out on Tuesday. But without further ado, let's dive into the Giants versus Bucs game. The Bucs are favored in this one by 11. The over-under is set at 49.5. Giants coming in this game 3-6 and should be very well rested coming off a bye. The last time they played was in Week 9 where they beat the Raiders at home 23-16. So if you're a Giants fan, you would hope that that could propel them into a positive back end of the season, especially with a favorable schedule after this week. This week, though, the Giants will take on defending Super Bowl champs Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and if they're going to stay in this game, Daniel Jones needs to show up. He has just thrown for 2,000 yards on the season and 8 touchdowns. The Giants, they're in the bottom third of the league in scoring. They're not even hitting 20 points per game this season, and what has really been their Achilles heel is getting touchdowns in the red zone. They rank dead last in the league with only a 44% touchdown rate inside the red zone. Now, the Giants, they have been dealing with injuries all season long. Toney, Shepard, Golladay, Ingram, and Slayton, they have all missed at least one game this season, but all those guys should be good to go on Monday night here, and Daniel Jones is going to face a bottom half passing defense this week in the Bucs. Now, one defense that actually gave up 256 yards and a touchdown to Taylor Heineke last week. So you think Daniel Jones and the Giants will put up some points on the board in this game. One other reason this offense has been bad this year, though, is because Saquon Barkley has been out for 4+ weeks. The Giants, they have rushed less than 900 yards on the season, and although Devontae Booker has filled in nicely, Daniel Jones and this offense without Barkley have leaned a little bit more on the passing game in his absence. However, it does look like Barkley is trending in the right direction to start this week. That would allow the Giants to have a little bit more of a balanced attack. Unfortunately, they face the Bucs this week, and the Bucs have the second best rushing defense in the NFL, only allowing teams 80 yards on the ground per game. Now, speaking of those Bucs, Tom Brady comes into the game 6-3, and something tells us that they're a little pissed off after last week, their performance in losing against the Washington football team. Brady, though, he has thrown for 220 yards last week and 2 touchdowns, but a lot of that yardage and touchdowns came late in the game after they were very far behind. He also threw for 2 interceptions, and it probably could have been much more than that. Well, we're really going to take that loss with a grain of salt. They still have the number 1 passing offense in the NFL and the 3rd best scoring offense, averaging 31 points per game. Brady has thrown for 2,800 yards and 27 touchdowns, and even though Antonio Brown is ruled out in this game and Gronk is questionable, he still has his 2 top wideouts in Godwin and Evans to throw to. Now, those 2 have combined for over 1,300 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns on the year. The Giants, they're the 5th worst team in the NFL in giving up completions with over 25 per game. So look for Brady to get the ball to those guys early and often to get an early lead on the Giants. Tampa really does not run the ball much. They're basically tied for dead last in rushing attempts per game with the Jets in the NFL. But Fournette, he does a nice job in the game helping Brady in check down spots. And when he does run the ball, he averages over 4 yards per carry. Now, they could lean more on the rushing game, especially in this one, because the Giants' rush defense gives up over 120 yards per game. But we do like them to throw the ball, especially after Brady's performance last week. So what's our best bet in this one? In all honesty, we don't like this game. We're probably going to stay away from the spread and the total in this one, but we do think we found an edge with a player prop. Mike Evans, He's a deep threat, and in this one, he's going to be definitely the only deep threat now that Antonio Brown is out. Last week, the guy only had 2 receptions, but he did have 60 receiving yards and a touchdown in a deep touchdown pass thrown by Brady. He's averaging about 8 targets a game and 14.8 yards a catch. So we expect Brady and this offense to get back on track. And if Gronk is back, that may give Evans the ability to break free for a couple deep passes. So with our Monday Night Football pick, we are going to take Mike Evans over 64.5 receiving yards. Guys, that's it for us here at Grandstand Bettors. We're going to be doing a live play-by-play and live betcast for the Giants-Bucs game on Monday night. So join us at 8:10 Eastern Time for some football and some live betting. But as always, sit back, relax, enjoy Monday Night Football, and we'll see you live for the game.